Okay, good morning, everyone. It's Lindsay Duff from Motivated Trader. I don't know that I'm going to have my recording running the whole time today. I am super tired and I want to stay really, really focused or just not trade today. Right now, I'm below the 1597 EMA, which tells me down. Um, I had yesterday I took a trade that looked like this in the MACDs, but the EMAs were strong to the upside when that happened. So I couldn't bring myself to do that now. I've got the long setting here, but I have this really good feeling that it's going to give us another good push down, roll off the zero line at the very least, if not push through it. So I'm going to pause it and wait until the trade setup happens for me because, like I said, I'm just really tired. Not big on talking a lot today. I've been up since 5, and that's not typical for me. So, and part of my rules, like I don't have a lot of really, really set rules. What I like to do is just trade with the flow of the market and what the MACDs and the price are telling me. And but in my trading plan, I don't trade tired. So I may not even um, trade today. I may take a nap and then come back to it. Every other Wednesday, I have housekeepers that show up. So in 45 minutes, they'll be here. I have more furniture showing up today. So, it may be just one of those days that I sit on the sidelines. But otherwise, what it's showing me right now is that strength down in the MACDs like I was anticipating. I was actually thinking about taking a short in this area, but I'm just not feeling it. I mean, the zero line rejection would be something I would need to be prepared for. And uh, I know you can hear it in my voice today. I think a nap is definitely on the agenda. So I'm going to pause it until I find a trade that I feel comfortable taking. All right, so seriously, I'm kind of struggling to take anything. I'm marking these as they're happening, but my brain's not functioning on the highest level today, and I don't like to trade them because I will make mistakes. Um, I'll hold on hoping. But, I did see the possibility of a short here with the um, MACDs leading lower. It happened here again. And then as it pulled back in, it just wasn't breaking above the 1597 and it had the roll right here. So it was beautiful for the short. It just didn't feel like it had a lot of potential because of the zero line, because of, how many higher pivots we've created, even though this was overnight, how many higher pivots we've created now. So the long definitely wasn't going to work with the weakness of the EMAs and the strength of the MACDs. It's down on 1597. So 610 weak EMAs, strong MACDs down. 1597 says forget the long. This is pulling back into the area for a possible short, but these are so flat, they're going to be easily violated. The momentum and direction is still to the downside, the immediate or the overall. But we have that little bit of disagreement between the EMAs and the MACDs right now about the direction. I mean, holy crap, you guys. I've been on the phone with a friend and I saw a short happening right in here, but I was on the phone. I wasn't able to take it. And then I wanted to take another one here. I noticed and I didn't mark them. I was talking on the phone at that time, but I'll go ahead and put them. And I marked all of these in real time. I was like, oh, it's going up. Here was another entry for me, another entry for me. And then I did see the shorts about here and just looking at possible exit there and definitely right in there. So I have both a long and a short sitting up here. I mean, You know, is it making a head and shoulders to go back down? Is it going to push to the upside? Look at this mess. I guess it's a good thing that um, you know, sometimes I think the universe just knows what I need and gives me that for the day, but hey, that's me liking to have a positive outlook on everything. And guess I needed a bunch of junk to keep me out because I was just tired and I didn't want to make bad decisions. But that also makes me realize that I'm making good decisions by not making any decisions, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is just ridiculous. I mean, yes, it's pushed through the zero line. It's now got things back to the upside, but it hasn't even really pulled away from here yet. Not that it needs to pull away in order to really see the move happening, but this is just outrageous. Showing that strength up. Are we going to make a lower pivot here and push down with a bit of a head and shoulders action on the 1597? Everything is just as flat as can be. Oh, is it going to take me or it's not? It's flat, but this is definitely the move to the upside right here. All right, I'm going to get in it. There we go. It's going to be cautious once it gets right back in here. You just see this pushing up. But the MACDs on the 1597 are selling me on this for sure. It's just my impatient trade. We'll see in a moment. Very weak retracement in the MACDs here with the strength really popping up on the 1597. I'm going to get rid of this. So let it push up past this area. I'll move my risk up one tick. I really feel like I was a little late getting in on that trade. I chased it just a bit. But this has got good potential to break through here. It's pushing back up. $15.97 or the HDF EMA is flat. It's going to be easy to violate as these are starting to push up here. Just a little bit. I mean, you know, we've seen it push up just a little, just a little. So let's see what happens here. Really need to see this continuing pushing up. Oh, great. Okay, awesome. Got a call from the school. I got stopped out because I moved my wrist in a little too tight. I did get back in because I do still believe that this has the ability to push up. I may be completely wrong, and it's looking like I am as the MACDs are pushing down. Yeah, my brain is not on point today, so I'm going to give this just a moment. I may go ahead and exit this trade. But we're going to see, I really want to wait just a moment. I'm seeing things wrong. Sit back a little bit and look at it from a little further back, and yeah. I feel like I'm seeing things wrong just because my brain is on function. It's slowed down. It's moving. It's a little bit lower here, but there's just been, these hard pushes up against the area, and I anticipate one of these to push through. We're starting to lead higher on the MACDs on the 610, which is a good sign. This is coming down. It's just not coming down really hard. So that's why I'm giving this just a little more time. I don't feel like it's what I'm like trying to make the market do, but I'm just giving it a little bit more time because of that and this weak retracement so far and all these pullbacks. I think I was just a little late on this entry. Had I gotten it a little bit further back, I'd have been okay. But let's see what happens here. MACDs are starting to pick up the pace. We're going to take that exit. I don't know if I've just got it's just like yesterday right here with these two bars that pulled down to an equal pivot. Okay. And then pushed up with being far above. It was this look right here, and it was even below. So here it's above. Maybe I'm just wanting this to happen, but I feel like I'm in the right direction. It's just a mess. Yeah. I'm just second guessing myself quite a bit because I'm tired. And this is a really I want to say not early entry, but it's definitely an aggressive entry. I'm not a super aggressive trader. Gotcha. Had I not moved my stop up a little early, I would still be in this one. And you hear me, I've second guessed myself a couple of times. Oh my gosh, get out of this one. Um, this will probably be the last trade. These are probably going to be my only two trades of the day, but we shall see. Oh my goodness. It's going to give me a little something something. All right. And I would have been taken out had it come back just and touched that. So I'm just kind of giggling at myself because I did break my rules by trading while I'm tired, but um, I was just a little early on this one. So let's see it break through this area and pull back and keep going. That would be lovely. It's a nice strong push up, big bar. Here's where we get to. Is this going to do it? Nice push. It's always fun to see where could this go. And I'm just going to set it up there, and we're going to watch this. I don't expect it to go all the way up there. I don't expect it to hold here. There's some strength happening in the MACDs on both charts. Angled up with a lot of spacing. Give a little pull back and push up. There we go. Keep going. Just looking at a couple ticks behind this bar once it pushes past there, but I'm going to leave it still. I'm going to leave it at 4 ticks behind that bar. It puts me still behind the areas. This 1597 or the HTF EMA is absolutely flat, so this can really start to open up, but you know, I want to see it do it. Strengthen the MACDs on the 1597 up. And it's starting to happen to the upside here just a little bit. So we just closed at that high right there. We haven't pushed past it. Starting to see that open up. Excuse me. Push up past here, and I'm going to have it at a break even. 2 ticks behind those 2 bars right there. MACDs for both of these right now. On both of these. I need to really see this push up a little bit more here. MACDs are really smoking to the upside on 1597, but they're going to die out first on the 610 before the 1597. There we go. I like to push past this high, not just close at it. There we go. Push up a little more. Okay. There we go. Didn't go up as high as I wanted it to at that point. This long bar with the close towards the bottom is one of the reasons that I got out, if not, this getting up towards an area I have marked. Um, not necessarily the end all be all area, but it's an area that I had marked, and so I wanted to be aware of it. Looking back at where it came from, we had a lot of hangups there prior. I see that someone else is still holding for that trade, but yeah, I mean, something I was considering was moving my wrist just 2 ticks behind here and letting it run a little bit further, but after the way things have been, I think I'll just take my exit and be happy with it. Let's see. Yeah, so that'd be times 2.2. Okay, so we pulled up, we pulled up to this area, which is where we anticipated it to go. It did give another entry to go in, but it's not something that I wanted to take. And then I was really wanting to take a long here, but with the strength of the MACDs to the downside, it's really difficult for me to do at this point. And each one of these pushes up. It's a very weak retracement so far in the MACDs, as you had such a strong push down, and every time it's pulled back up, the MACDs are leading a little bit lower and look a little bit weaker. Now, it isn't a super, super strong move down, or let me spread this out a little bit. I don't know. I just don't want to be the one to try and figure it out here. I mean, it's definitely pushing its way down, maybe just to the area to push back up. Your EMAs are spread apart, but with the way that these are spread apart, you really want this to just push, 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 and these to spread apart as well. And that's not what is happening right now. So I may come back to it later, but right now I'm going to put on here. Oh Lord. What was it? 2.25, I think? Yes. Okay, so since I'm doing 2 contracts, that's what we got for now. And I've got some things going on. I've got the people here cleaning the house, and I have a somebody showing up with furniture in just a little bit, and I want to eat some lunch. So I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. If I feel like it, then I'll add a video to the end, but otherwise, that's it. Hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, guys, so I'm definitely calling it quits. I was just making a third video to kind of wrap things up today and just go back and discuss a little bit about the junk that happened. So, you know, in the morning I saw a potential short trade because we were back below everything. Didn't take it. Saw another one here. I didn't take it, although I did mark those up in real time. Here's, well, okay, so I'm like, all right, fine, I'll get on board with the long. Didn't take those, obviously. Then I have an exit marked right here. I did this one in real time. There was the second entry there. That's what that one was. First entry, second entry, next entry. Those I marked as I was showing. I didn't mark them in real time, but it was definitely something I was looking at. Now, let's talk a little bit about why I saw these entries, okay? So, leading lower pivot as it's up at the 1597 EMA, pulls right into, I'm sorry, right as it's at the HTF EMA, pulls right into the 1597 and 610, which are angled up, and we're still above everything, so take the first exit.
Next one leading just a little bit lower than these previous pivots, almost like a little bit of a head and shoulders. And I did mark this one as we were talking. I think I had this one running as my charts were running, as my video was running earlier. But when it pulls down, it has the double bar. You've got this bar that's not really pushing anywhere, bouncing right off the zero line. Time to take an exit. This is my late entry, and that's another reason I didn't take it. We'd had pullbacks and back above the zero line. It was happening here too, a pullback back above the zero line. And whenever it reaches this next area, it gives a reversal bar, and you've got pivots leading a little bit lower than it was here on the 1597. It's time to get the heck out. I did not attempt the short trade here. I was watching it and I didn't do anything with it, so I put this marker on after. This one I actually watched happen. And then we come to where I actually did trade. So I was anticipating the longs back here because we had gotten back, and let's go over here, we had gotten back above the zero line on both charts. Things were really starting to line up. You were getting a flattening of the 1597 EMA. I think I was a little late chasing it, maybe just a bit here to get in because I didn't want to miss the move. And I moved my risk up to right at this low, which was one tick behind here. And that's the reason you have 2 ticks behind until it takes off, because otherwise I would have still been in that trade. I did get a better entry point here. It pushes down. I think I was definitely pushing it a little bit. I really like this one much better because of the roll at the zero line. But what kept me really, really interested in that, and I actually considered putting in another entry right here, is when it came down and equaled that previous pivot point, just like it does here, closes towards the top, MACD's rolling above the zero line, rolling at the zero line here. I was willing to give it a shot. And so, yeah, I definitely could have put in a second entry. I was waiting for it to get past this area before I moved my risk up, because my risk was right back here. Waited for it to pass this area, moved my risk up just a little bit more. I can't recall if I moved it up here. I think I was considering moving it up to this point. I did not. When it hit the reversal at the area, I went ahead and took my exit, and you had a long bar with a close towards the bottom. There was still a ton of strength in the MACDs to continue up. I had my target set up here. I would have hit it, but you know what? I'm all right. So, then it has the potential to continue here. Double bar, I would go ahead and take an exit. And then all this junk has happened. So during this junk, I'm anticipating trades to the upside. I marked a few long entries as they were happening. I don't believe I marked that exit as it was happening, just because it simply wasn't sitting at my chart, at my desk. That's the word I'm searching for. It pulled back here, and I was like, gosh, I really just want to be in this long, because I could feel that it's really going up. And well, that's silly. I didn't feel that it was going up. I was reading that it was going up, because your EMA stayed to the upside. These stayed open. It was just really having to work hard for it. And when it has to work that hard for it, I don't want to work that hard for it. I don't know about you, but when I work that hard for a trade, it's mentally exhausting. When it pulls back at this point, it makes the long bar with close towards the top. It doesn't really overrun the zero line too far. It was this particular BB and this particular bar that told me it is going up. You have the double bar that's happened here. I would have been in probably a little bit too late, somewhere up around here, and I didn't want to trade directly into that area that's just been holding. And so it gives this bar with the close down at the bottom from that previous bar, and then it has that little tail, so it's almost like a little tiny head and shoulders right there, and then it goes to the upside. This reaction in the MACDs, also strong push up, very, very weak reaction pulling back in the MACDs, as it gives a pretty decent pullback in the price action. If I was in this trade, I would probably be considering an exit very soon. You wouldn't really have to according to the 1597, but the yep, but the 610 is starting to die out, and when that is happening these days, I'm ready to go ahead and take an exit because I don't want to risk anything. You've hit that resistance area. MACDs say a ton of strength up still, but it's been, you know, we've seen where it set a ton of strength, but when has that really, really pushed through? So the second that the 610 starts to slow down with days like this, I'm not going to really continue on with the 1597. I'm going to go ahead and take my exits and remain profitable. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope all these splice together well. Also, I've been cutting out some of the dead time and silence in between. So if it sounds like it's all weird starting back up, I apologize because I don't know what I'm doing with editing. I'm just trying to do my best to help y'all out. So hope y'all have a wonderful day and happy trading. Please subscribe if you don't already. And if you've got any questions, definitely let me know. You can shoot me an email at motivated.trader.love@gmail.com. So have a great day.